The indices are flying, but the yen is super strong, so that correlation has broke. The euro and the US dollar both seem confused, so let's find out what's going on. Welcome to Simply Forex, the channel that provides you with in-depth market analysis, trade ideas, tips and advice so you too can succeed at trading. And if you stay till the end of the vid, guys, I'm also going to give you all of my swing trades for this week. So stay tuned for that, guys. And if that sounds like a plan, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. As always, guys, we have got a lot to get through, right? We're going to look at this indecision that we're seeing in US dollar and the euro pairs as well, and we're going to look at this correlation break that we've had between the indices and the yen pairs. All right, so let's start there. Let's start with the indices. So guys, this is the Nasdaq and this is the weekly chart. We'll be looking at the higher time frames like the weeklies because these are swing trades, right? We'll be in these for quite some time potentially. But let's understand this relationship between the indices and yen, because all of the trades I'm looking at this week are pretty much yen pairs. But we need to start with the indices because you need to understand this correlation that I'm about to show you. Now, you know, as we know, the indices had a huge sell-off on all the talks of tariffs that Trump was introducing. And then we got a 90-day pause, right? Price flew up. And then China and America became more friendly regarding the tariffs, and we got more of a push up, right? So we're just seeing this real strength in the indices at the moment, right? But it's very important to point out that it's only a pause on these tariffs. So after 90 days, it will be very interesting to see how these indices specifically digest that information, right? Because it's only a pause. It's not going away, but it's given confidence in investors with all of these pauses and China and America becoming more friendly. And we have seen just super strength in the indices, right? Like I say, guys, it's not far off these all-time highs again. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. And it's the same with the S&P, right? Absolutely flying. Not much room to go until we get back up to these all-time highs. So we'll be interesting to see what happens there. Now, the correlation you must be aware of is that, you know, when the indices are flying, right, the flight to safeties in general are weak, right? And that includes Japanese yen, right? It is the, you know, epitome of a flight to safety. And we are seeing all of this strength in the indices, right? But if we go to any yen pair, right? And again, this is the weekly chart. Look at this massive weekly candle, right? That is all yen strength. This is Aussie dollar yen. Again, the weekly chart. So we are in a downtrend. We've retraced to a really nice area of previous support and resistance. We're literally bumping off the moving average 20 as well, which is dynamic resistance in this case. And we've got this massive bearish weekly candle. So that is yen strength. And this is pretty much every trade idea of mine this week, right? They're all yen strength, and I'll show you all of them, right? So I'm going to look for Australian dollar, Japanese yen sells back down to this 91.50 level, right? It could go further. And to really qualify this as a sell, right, I'm not just going to jump into a sell trade, right? We would like to see on the day chart potentially a bit of a structure break, right? Which we will need to wait for because the day trend with all of these yen pairs is in an uptrend, right? But maybe we get something like this and then we get a breakdown of structure, right? Then we can start selling the yen pairs. Okay, so that's what I'll be waiting for to qualify it. But on the weekly chart, they all look like good sells. If we carry on, right, if we go to CAD yen, weekly chart, exactly the same thing, right? We're in this downtrend. In this case, we're in a downtrend stroke range, right? We're ranging between here and here. We're at the moving average 20 as well, which is good dynamic resistance. And again, we've got a nice big bearish candle, right? So everything says from a technical standpoint, we can make price back down to here, right? Price can make it back down to here. So CAD yen sells as well. Again, if we look at the day chart, we need to see a daily break. So looking at the day chart right now, you're probably going to see some yen weakness to start with, and then maybe we start to see some breaks of structure. As soon as we do, we are looking for yen strength and a yen sell here. All right, so yeah, Aussie dollar yen, CAD yen, pound yen is the same. Let's go to the weekly chart. Again, this is in a downtrend, get my teeth in. We're in a downtrend stroke range, right? We're ranging between here and here. We've got a nice big bearish candle at the top of that range. That suggests we can come all the way back down to the bottom of this range and this blue line here. Right, let me just show you all of them, guys, before we explain. New Zealand yen, right, exactly the same. Yeah, downtrend on the weekly chart. Okay, nice bearish reaction at an important resistance level. We can take price back down to 84, if not further. We could leave some profits to run. Okay, and the last one is US dollar yen. Okay, again, we're in this weekly downtrend, right? Price has retraced. We've got this nice bearish candle. Can we take price back down to these lows? All right. So like I say, guys, I'll be looking for daily structure breaks to really capitalize on those trade ideas. So if we think about that, guys, someone is wrong, right? The indices are flying, yet we're seeing loads of yen strength. So that correlation has broken, right? So somebody's wrong. Are we going to see this yen strength continue? The market technically is telling me that we will, right? But we might need to wait for those indices to reach those all-time highs again, and then we see a bit of a reaction there, and then we see that yen strength follow through. So it's a really interesting dynamic between the indices and yen pairs. So let's see how that plays out. But yen pairs are pretty much all of my trade ideas for this week. We are looking at a couple of other things, guys, right? Before we do, if I could please ask everyone to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button if you haven't already. Merci beaucoup. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please come join our trading community, right? You can talk to like-minded traders, share knowledge, ideas, have a chit-chat about the football if you want. So please come join our free Discord channel. It is free. And right now, if you join our free Discord, we're giving you a 50% off coupon for our Simply Forex Complete Trading Course. And if you want access to all of our premium trading education, including the course, then please check out our website, www.simply-forex.com. We've got the course, we've got the mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one, and we've got the VIP Trading Academy, so check it out. Also, guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Is there a currency pair you want me to take a look at? Is there something in trading that you find difficult? Right, we could potentially create a vid, so leave a comment below. Right, what else are we looking at? So yeah, at the start of the vid, guys, I also mentioned this US dollar and euro indecision, right? And it's so true, guys, right? If we look at Aussie dollar, US dollar, we're just getting dojis, right? That is a weekly doji on Aussie dollar. We'll look at other US dollar pairs, but they're all the same. It's just a doji. We're not sure where the US dollar is going to go next, right? That's what that is telling me. I mean, in this case, it is at a support level. So it'd be interesting to see how it reacts here. But the candle alone just says indecision. Yeah, if we look at euro US dollar, right? We was seeing, so last week, euro US dollar was a sell trade, right? And it did start to come down, right? Look at all these bearish candles. But now on the weekly chart, we've got this doji, right? It's difficult to trade a doji, right? There's a good argument it could start doing this. There's a good argument it could carry on doing this. So for that reason, I stay out of the market. Okay. Pound US dollar, exactly the same, right? We just got dojis pretty much across the board when it comes to the US dollar. So no clear direction there. Okay, so staying away from US dollar pairs. And it's the same with euro pairs, guys, right? If we look at any of the euros, so euro, Aussie dollar. Now, interestingly, this is in a weekly uptrend, right? We've retraced to a really nice level of support. Okay, so normally I'm looking for buyers at this level, but again, we've just got a doji. This doesn't tell me that buyers are in control, right? So at this level, right, I want to see buyers come into this market. I want to see a nice bullish candle. Then I'll be very much interested in buying from this level. But a doji just says stay out, right? It's the same with Euro Canadian dollar, right? Doji, Euro New Zealand dollar, Doji, right? It's just nothing clear there. Now, during the week, let's just take a look at this one, for example. If we go to the day chart, you know, we might get some clues to tell us it is time to start buying or selling. So if we look at the day chart, guys, right? If this happens, right, you can see we're sort of ranging between here and here. If we get a break to the upside, then Euro New Zealand might become a very nice buy trade, right? This might develop during the week. If it breaks these lows, it might become a very nice sell trade, right? So, you know, it doesn't mean we can't trade it. I'll just be waiting for this type of thing to happen during the week. So yeah, lots of indecision there. What else are we looking at? We're also looking at, so obviously yen is, you know, the king of flight to safeties, as is gold really, right? But also Swiss franc. But if we look at a few of the Swiss franc pairs, let's go to the weekly chart. You know, these are still looking like potentially good setups, right? We've got this downtrend, we've got this, you know, bearish candle, but they're just not as bearish as the yen pairs. So Aussie dollar, Swiss franc potentially has some room to the downside. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. But again, you know, they're just not as bearish. The candles are not as bearish as the yen pairs. So this is CAD Swiss franc. If we can see we're in a downtrend, we're at a nice area of resistance. You know, we could start selling this. But if I compare this candle right here to Canadian dollar yen, let's go back to CAD yen, right? It's a no-brainer, right? Look at that candle. That tells me sellers are in control, right? And there should be some room to the downside. So Swiss franc, we're also seeing potentially a couple of setups, but we prefer the yen pairs. And that's pretty much it, guys, for the weekly forecast. But please come join me for the live streams during the week as well, where we look at the live charts, do some live trades. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. Come join our trading community, our free Discord, and I'll see you during the week, guys. Have a great trading week.